Welcome to Season 1, Journey to Greatness. Our adult studios is on the launch pad, and we want to take you with us. At Vixens, we are led by Greta Manning, our CEO. She is an inspiration. She has a vision for where we are going, and it is infectious. We are going to give you a behind-the-scenes look at what we do at Vixens, but more importantly, the why. If you have been following us so far, we have been gently introducing our performers with stories. Greta has decided that you need better, you deserve better. So we are going to give you a whole series of interlocking stories about our girls, their successes, their difficulties and struggles, as well as bringing them closer to you as people you can get to know and appreciate. Only then are we fulfilling our mission, to be your window into our world. Let's start. Greta's chief of staff, Cynthia, is also known as the Dragon Lady by the male performers, but she has a really highly developed instinct for greatness, but also how to push performers to do better. Like in a recent chat with a rising star, Cynthia, a new arrival at Vixens who is unusual because she is married.
Okay, today I brought in Cynthia. As you know, she has impressed us a lot, and the fact her husband is adding value to her training sessions and bringing great ideas to the production team, I decided to float an idea past her. I don't know why she looks so worried. I'm a pussycat with the girls. I'll admit I'm tougher on the guys, but that's because I'm responsible for their progression here at Vixens, and without a firm hand, they drift. I told Cynthia that we've all been incredibly impressed with her. The way she's adapted to our outnumbered format productions has stood out to everyone, especially Greta. I explained that we're positioning ourselves in a very specific micro-niche, and we're developing a series built around hand-picked performers. We'll be pushing creative boundaries, including the boundaries of the people involved. She seemed to understand what I meant. I could see it click for her early on. I was asking her to take on a leading role, and to be a regular presence in scenes that would be challenging because of the larger cast sizes involved. That bit she really liked the sound of. But then we got to the more contentious bit. I can give you the contract on one proviso. Terry comes too. Not just as an advisor, he is great at that for sure, but he can also help other girls. We want him in the training team. And yes, he will be expected to participate in the training of our new starlets. How do you feel about that? And how will Terry receive that news?
Wow. I wasn't expecting that. The big numbers, sure, I love that idea. But Terry with other girls? I don't know. I just don't know. I bet it will be with the new girls too, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, lots of them. All of them, in fact. He would be a busy boy. Look, this is the industry. Give me your answer tomorrow. I do hope you join us, Cynthia. It's your big chance. Bye. And with that, she left. I love this job. Intensity. Let's see if they have what it takes.
Have you been following the story of Jack and our Irish beauty Shauna? Greta makes sure they are always working at the same time, but never with each other. Building up tension. Volcanic tension.
Yeah, it's been tough, so it has. I introduced Jack to Vixens, but for some reason, they have sort of kept us from working together. It's a shame for sure. I think he's a really nice guy. Still. That's Vixens. I can't bear it. Like the other day, I was working. He was working. Of course not together. I was with a group from the training team to help one of the new guys, and Jack was just a spare. But Jill Ryan saw him and dragged him into another training session. Mine finished a little sooner than theirs, but I could hear her. Yeah, a difficult moment there. Not her fault. She is just being a Vixens performer the way they like ya. One day, though.
Let's hear from Jack. Let's see how he's coping, if at all.
Yeah, difficult. Every time I'm at Vixens, it seems. So is she. It's driving me mad. I'm not jealous. Seeing her walking off with guys, that's just the business. But I just want to be one of them, you know?
Yesterday was tough. She was right there, and before I could ask if I could be involved, I was dragged into a session with Jill Ryan. I know, that isn't exactly a hardship, but you know, Shauna was right there. I should have just... Damn. Next time.
Spoiler alert, you know by now that Greta is going to be performing in the first high numbers session, just as soon as we work out how to generate the numbers of guys. And Cynthia will be second, if she signs the contract. But third and fourth? Here's a sneaky look. Brooke Simmons and Luisa Duarte from Brazil. Greta wants them thinking they are competing for the next one. And what a fight that is going to be. 2 pocket rockets right there. How do we think Cynthia got on with her journey home? And how do we think Cynthia broke the news to Terry? At first it came as a shock. He had accepted that Cynthia was going to be performing and always outnumbered in her intense scenes and training events. The offer for him to be in the high numbers training team was more than a little unexpected. He put on a brave face of it. He knew that deep down, Cynthia was hurting. This was new for her to process. Up until now, it was only her participating. This would change everything. But when he said he would do it, and she was going to be a real adult performer, she was over the moon.
Yeah, Terry was a trooper. I could tell he didn't want to agree, but he said yes, just for me. I love that man so much. Now I have the opportunity of a lifetime. I just have to work out how to cope with these numbers. Anthea has told me Greta wants me doing the mega-size stuff. Like over 100 stuff. Oh my god. But this is my chance. I am going to show them who is the new kid on this block. I am going to put Cynthia Honey and Vixen Studios on the map. I am dedicated and driven. But I just know that after our chat, Terry would have been sitting there upset that he'll have to play with other girls. Poor Terry.
Yeah. Poor Terry. He's feeling the guilt already. If you like this episode, be sure to like, subscribe, and ding that bell so you don't miss the next one. From Vixen Studios, signing off. Thank you.